Hello, folks. Welcome to the Crime Dog live stream. It is Wednesday night at 9:30. I'm your host, Johnny Fiorica, retired detective with the Rochester, New York Police Department after serving 30 years. I worked uniform patrol, undercover narcotics. I was in street investigations, closing out my career with the fine men and women of the ATF. That's alcohol, tobacco, and firearms. As a federal task force where our main focus was violence and gun trafficking throughout these great United States of America. Sitting alongside me, you know who it is, as usual. He is also a retired detective with the RPD after serving 22 plus years. He was a legendary street cop. He was an undercover cop. He was a homicide detective. He was a SWAT team member. David Simpson, welcome to the live stream, brother.
Happy to be here, Johnny.
David, I got to tell you right now, man, we had this week's been crazy. From last Wednesday's show to this Wednesday's show, I think I counted it 9 shows.
I thought it was 76.
I felt like 76, didn't it?
Yeah.
So we did the Wednesday live show, the stream that we're doing now last Wednesday. Then we did Saturday live show on Wham. That was the 2. Then we did 3 pre-recorded shows that the last one aired tonight on Wham for Bob Lonsberry. That's 5. Then we did the Syracuse show. That was 6. And
I feel like there was something else.
Then we did, we jumped on Rory for Rory yesterday.
That's 7.
That's 7, and then today's going to be 8. So I was wrong. I miscounted, but I took algebra a bunch of times. I never went to calculus. So 8 shows, David, in 9 days. No, 7 days.
8 shows in 7 days. That's
8 shows in 7 days. We've been busy, bro. We've been busy, which, by the way, we got great news for our audience, and we're going to mention it multiple times over the course of this show. David, we found out yesterday from one of our great listeners, Cindy Bissonette. She nominated us for the Crime Dog podcast for the Best of Rock. It's the Rock City magazine. She nominated us for Best Podcast of 2025. So we're asking all of you, all our listeners, all of our viewers, all our subscribers, you got to go to that website at the bottom of the screen, Best of Rock City Mag. Is it bestof.rockcitymag.com? Oh, what a complicated website that is.
Could that be any harder?
our super producer Danny Agnew says that is correct. bestof.rockcitymag.com. And then while you're there, you got to kind of click over, click till you get to the best podcast.
Can they click like a bunch of times, or is it like one time?
Well, I'm saying click over to the right because it's like it starts the categories alphabetically, and then you got to click a bunch of times to get to the P, which is for podcast. So they got like best photography that'll come up.
But can you vote multiple times for someone, or is it like one of those things like you just vote once?
Yeah, so it's one nomination. So it's apparently the way we think it works. This is all preliminary. We just found out last night. So the way we think it works is multiple people have to nominate us, David, where when multiple people nominate, so if we get like 12 nominations and then 3 other people get 12 and then one guy gets 13 and then everybody else gets 6, then the top 4. So the 3 12s and the 113 will go in as a top.
So we need people to nominate us before they can even vote.
That's what it seems like. It seems like they need multiple nominations to say, hey, like these guys are legit skis. And then they're going to take the people that got the most nominations and then they're going to say, these are our top 4.
Well, let's go.
Because let's go is right.
This is city newspaper. So they're a hugely liberal slanted newspaper. So we would love if a conservative podcast was allowed to make some waves, which I highly doubt they'll let happen. So let's juice it. Like, let's get people pumping this thing. Come on, Karen Ann and Occupy. Let's jump on there and
man,
wreak some havoc.
Go to bestof.rockcity.mag.com / whatever the complicated website is at the bottom of our screen. Go there and nominate the Crime Dog podcast, folks. Yes, David claims, which this is through legitimate red text messages from David yesterday. He claims if we do win Best Podcast of 2025 for Rochester, he is going to purchase one or both 2 Stanley Cups or WWE wrestling belts for the 2 of us. So
I kind of like the belts. I kind of want to come in. I want to wear them into our radio show.
I know, man. I gotta lose.
Throw them over the shoulder. We can throw them over our shoulder.
Yeah, you wear yours because you're thin. I'll throw mine over my shoulder, like like the chubby guys do.
I know. We need the army to get behind this because I think it'd
Yeah,
be
Crime
huge.
Dog Army.
It'd be huge for the show if we could make some waves.
That's right, Cyber Midget, which is a great screen name, by the way. Cyber Midget says, "Let's go."
I wish we had the
Yeah,
pictures to go with people's faces because the names are so good. But then
unbelievable.
I'm like, is that person really a midget?
That's our guy, Fire Guy, right there. County 61s. We love that guy. We love the Fire Guy. He's got to put in parentheses too because he's on a different login from his other streams or his other platforms. Yeah. So David, that's cool, man. We got nominated. What do you think about that?
I'm jazzed. I'm psyched. Now you know me, competitive. Now I want to win. I want to get in there. Let's
I
go.
know we're super competitive.
Listen, if I show up at your house unexpectedly, I don't really know where you live. I'm just gonna knock on a ton of
Right.
doors like I'm running for
Right.
office to
Sure.
try to win this thing.
Sure. Like
I
if you're taking a piss in your bathroom, you see David knocking on your window in the morning, he's going to be reminding you to vote for
right.
us for the best podcast in 2025.
Yeah, and I went to Ash today. I was like, Ash, if this turns out where you can vault multiple times, I'm gonna give you $100. I want you to get on your iPad and just hammer this thing with it just over and over with votes. He's like, I got it. I got it.
Ah.
I'm like,
Wait,
"Nah."
David. That first of all, by the way, the Ashman would do that for
He
us.
100% would do it. Well, he'd also do it for $100. You kidding me?
Well, he's a gamer.
Yeah, he's a total businessman.
By the way, Cyber Midget is Cindy B, the one that nominated us. Yes, Cindy.
Cindy, that's
Cindy, we love
huge.
you.
Thank you so much.
That's awesome. We love your ideals. Um, anyways, Dave, we got a lot to talk about today. You know, I put it on the twits and I threw it on the instas that we were going to be live tonight. We're doing live. This is live, folks. We're going live every Wednesday night at 9:30. We were set back a little bit today because our super producer Danny Agnew is literally the ultimate professional. Unlike David and I, David and I are busting balls behind the scenes. Danny is making it all happen, which is why you get this beautiful picture. This is why you get this beautiful software. This is why you get all those little taglines underneath our photos and everything. So shout out to Danny Agnew. He's the
Yeah.
best
And
producer in the business.
and I break Danny's balls for being so professional.
Right, right.
Which I love you, Danny.
Well, it was funny. We're going to get into the show, but I'll tell you. So we were doing the Lonsbury show live for Syracuse on Monday. And Danny always constantly is like, "Hey, did you guys prep for the show? What's going on with the show? Did you prep for it? Did you prep for it?" And of course, it was 3 hours of live radio in Syracuse. And we're not trying to brag, but we were just laughing about it. I held my notes up, which it was basically just a post-it pad like this. David's got a screenshot from his side.
I held up my notes. They were right here. I brought them with me.
I had a 2x4 notepad like this, and it was all lines and scribble. And anyways, we made it through the show.
We wing it.
We wing it. Winging it's the best way to do it, David. I mean,
Yeah, I was never a big studier.
Planning just kills us.
Yeah,
Planning just kills us. Folks, let's get into it, man. I'm going to tell you, I'm excited to talk about this. Danny wants us to start off with, which Danny's the show manager, so he tells us what we're doing. David, the tweet of the week, you know what it is. We talked about it.
Is she a double winner? Is she a double? She's a double winner.
By the way, we got to, you know what we got to do? We should do like the Crime Dog Awards and like give like awards out to people that listen and are listening. But she's definitely in the contention.
But
she could be the
she's won multiple times though. I think this is her second time in the last four weeks, maybe.
It is. But let me tell you what though, Arlene has got her. She's got her shit dialed in. I mean, listen, if you want. First of all, by the way, I'm at Johnny Fiorica, Firica. David is at DSims14 on Twitter. Give us a follow. Get our numbers up there, will you? For Jesus' sake. But anyways, Arlene, you can see her Twitter handle right there. She's a rock star. David, listen, when I read her tweets, though, it's as though like she's speaking them in my ear because she talks just, she's got it. I haven't heard her voice, but she talks. She's got to be talked just the way she writes. It is awesome.
We got to get her on.
We do got to get her on.
And
come on.
I told you I want to. She doesn't want everyone to know what she looks like and stuff. I totally want to change her voice and put
you know what we'll do?
The black screen up in front of her.
We pixelate her face like she's a mob boss in Arizona.
Yeah,
right? She's in Witsack.
And once a month we'll have her on. Arlene's on, and no one will know who she is, and she'll have the pixelation. Oh, we got to do that. Instead of a feminine woman voice, it's like,
And then what I did was I went and I
Right.
tweeted this.
Exactly.
It's got a total voice. Arlene, if you're listening, we're definitely gonna. That'd be great to pixelate her face.
I would
Oh man,
she said she didn't want anyone to see who she is. That's how we'd have to do it. Or we'd have to turn her back and do the shadow thing where it's like lights up the back of her, you know what I mean?
yeah, we're so messed up that all of a sudden a light will pop open and then like her face will be exposed and everybody will see who she is.
Right. And I'll retweet it.
You'll retweet it not knowing. Danny will grab it from your feed and he'll put it up. And oh man, Arlene. Anyways, we love Arlene, and this is why we love her. Here's what she did. This is the best tweet ever. Gee, I thought changing the syrup bottle and tearing down statues would fix the problem. Turns out electing a competent president was the answer. Go figure. She wrote that in response to this guy or girl who's posted, U.S. Marshals are patrolling Washington, D.C. right now. I voted for this. Make DC great again. First of all, her response is great, David, because obviously everybody,
Right
well,
on.
people that know, they canceled Aunt Jemima, took her off the bottle,
Right.
right? They tore down statues of Robert E. Lee and
Poor Aunt
Christopher
Jemima
Columbus.
too. God.
Yeah, but this is why she got it. That was so great when I literally typed her a DM. I go, this is the greatest tweet ever. I'm like, this is the greatest tweet ever. I usually don't respond because I don't want to mess up her stuff that she's got going on. She's got a great following. I usually just DM her, say, Arlene, that was great. This was great. But for those that don't know, they literally canceled Aunt Jemima, who was, by the way, a real black woman, who, by the way, her family still to this day was getting royalties for her being on the bottle. Yeah. And Arlene's like, oh, hang on a minute. Time out.
They canceled Aunt Jemima
They did.
and the money stopped.
Yeah. Yeah, they canceled Aunt Jemima and they effed up a
Oh,
black family's income. Way to
only
go. Way to go, whiteys.
yeah, lib whiteys.
Lib whiteys acting like idiots. But obviously, our good friend Arlene was referring to the police presence. We've talked about this numerous times. Donald Trump sent the National Guard. Also, David calls them the alphabet agencies. I call them the three-letter agencies, FBI, DEA, ATF, into DC, into the depressed areas, and even into the nicer areas where the monuments are, just to make sure that people are safe. Tourists are safe, specifically the residents in some of those ghetto or urban or depressed areas of the city. And David, what do we see? What do we see all over the place? It was always people talking and protesting. Any of the protesters were these literally,
They're white.
they were predominantly
White.
educated white pains in the asses,
They're
right?
whites that never been in the ghetto in their life.
Yeah,
They're
elite was the
whites
word
that
I was looking for.
yeah,
Yeah,
they're elite whites. They're,
yeah,
you know, liberal whites that have never been
yeah,
in the ghetto, but then are gonna sit in the suburbs
right,
and tell people that
right,
have to live in these neighborhoods
right,
what they need and
right.
how it should be.
Right. So listen, David, I know I sound like a broken record. My wife, Pamtastic, calls me Johnny the Repeater, but I'm going to have you sit through a 30-second story for me for one more time. Folks, in 2020, during the 2020 riots and the defund the police, and that's where all the white people were going to come out and tell you, we don't need the cops, we need social workers, and we're here to protect the black man who is getting attacked by the cops and put in jail wrongfully, blah, blah, blah. Well, I had an informant at the time. That informant, and I'm not going to say which gang, so I'll mention three. He was either a Crip, a Blood, or a Latin King. So I'll give you three choices. But he was one of those, and I'm not going to say which one because I don't want to give him up. He was an informant of mine. He was a snitch. And he bought a lot of guns and a lot of dope for me and my partner, Jay Haw. And so we ended up we got him from Angel Pagan, by the way. Angel was a stud RPD cop. He's a sergeant now. But anyways, I digress. We had him in the ATF office. We were debriefing him right at 2020 at the height of all the protests. And we're like, hey man, you're in a room full of white dudes. Obviously, Angel was Hispanic. Do you feel threatened? And we're cops. He started laughing. He goes, man, that's BS. He goes, it's your crazy white women who think they're trying to protect guys like me. Literally, that was his exact quote. And he was a black guy. And Well, I guess we could.
100%.
Hey, David, I guess we could rule out the Latin Kings then after I just gave that tidbit of information.
Yeah. Way to go.
Way to go.
Now you can
So
flip a coin and figure it out.
he was a cripper, he was a blood. Anyways, so here we go. I had a snitch who literally was a gangbanger who was like, oh man, he goes, I don't like the cops, but I know we need y'all, he said, to keep my mama. He said this is exact quote, to keep my mama and my auntie safe from people like me. That was an exact quote, which was interesting because these white, crazy, elite liberals think they're going to go out there and protest for people like my gangbang and snitch, and they don't even want it. They don't want the help.
Listen, I always say I come from a place that I not only worked in the city for 23 years, I lived in the city for probably 18 of them, but my mother lived on Dunbar Street the whole 80% of my career. She lived on Dunbar Street, about 8 houses from Thurston Road. So she couldn't go to the corner store once it got dark. So I know this because Mrs. Johnson was basically my mom.
Yeah. And David's referring to Mrs. Johnson, who is the fictitious woman that we refer to that lives in the inner city of Rochester that we say that we were out there protecting every day. But anyways, David, that's correct. And actually that area, 19th Ward, was a shout out to Pamtastic and her family. My in-laws lived there for 65 years. We just moved my father-in-law out before he passed, like probably 5, 6 years ago, 7 years ago. I mean, they were there forever. You're right, though. That area in the 19th Ward, you can move around during the day, but at night it was it still is a dangerous place to be on Thurston Road. That was your area.
Yep. Well,
I mean, of course, you were Jefferson Avenue.
Yeah, I was the Ave, but I'd go there for dinner though every night.
Where'd you go, to Schmitty's, Snuffy's?
No, I'd go to Mom's.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the restaurants over on Brooks Avenue.
No, I'd go to Mom's.
Oh, Mama was there when you were on the streets?
Dude, Mama was there 80% of my career.
Oh, I didn't know
was there when I was undercover. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
I never told it. Yeah. She lived by herself too.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Meaning I don't even know what I meant by that. Anyways, so Arlene, by the way, stick your foot. By the way, this is the stuff that's live that we cut out when I mess up or on the podcast. Anyways, Arlene, thank you, honey, for tweet of the week. I love that, David. So at the end of the day, what she was referring to, Arlene, was, like I said, the DC takeover, because we've been talking about it all over the place. It's still a bone of contention. Mariel Bowser is going all over Mariel Bowser, by the way, is literally the quintessential. I talk out of both sides of my mouth. She'll talk in public sometimes, or when she's in front of Trump and in front of Jeanine Pirro, one tone, and then she'll go on podcasts and then other places and say something totally different. Our numbers are down. And she'll lie right in the face of everybody. It's unbelievable. They sent the 3-letter agencies and they sent the National Guard to DC, folks, because crime is out of control. And DC, the people that are in control of the Metro Police Department, are lying about their stats, right, David?
Yep, they're juking the numbers, and it's not uncommon. It's not just them; it's everywhere. We've experienced it in our careers. It's common practice, but the people that live in these areas, the people that lived in Rochester when we would saturate an area with and be very aggressive policing, the only people that hate it are the people that live in the suburbs that see the rough-handedness of the police. The other people that hate it are the bad guys,
the dope dealers,
and their significant others.
Yep.
Right? It's only those two.
Yep. And the significant others, because they're pissed about it because they ain't getting that money flow every day.
That money.
Sneakers and Timbs.
Right.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, I don't want to hear from anybody's voice because we lived it. When there are more cops on the streets, when there's more visible police, visible police, a cop just driving down the street is a deterrent. I hate to hit you at logic, but that's the freaking point.
Well, how about Dumb and Dumber's tweet, Lupien and Rachel, and when they said that, what did they say? Something to the effect of, police can't prevent crime from happening. And I'm like, really?
Yeah.
I didn't have, when I was in a marked patrol car parked in front of a corner, pretty much everyone left.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just ended crime. I ended drug dealing. I ended loitering. I ended harassment. I ended a shooting.
Yeah, you prevented a shooting or a stabbing or a fight to happen.
Just by pulling up.
Yeah. But hey, listen, we said it all the time. Don't listen to the two detectives that worked in one of the most violent city okay, in America per capita, by the way. Rochester at some years was more violent than Compton, that's in LA. Compton, Detroit, Louisville, some of the most violent places in the country per capita, we were more violent than those places. And we worked in the ghetto areas. We weren't two cops that were sitting on Park Avenue in Berkeley, sipping an effing mocha latte and eating bonbons. We were in the hood. We were literally in the hood, in the ghetto, in the heart. So every time you turn on our news or the news in Rochester, you say, oh, shooting over here, shooting over there. That's where me and David worked. Far be it from any logical person, okay, to say, hey, why don't you listen to these guys? But no, no. Listen to Rachel Barnhart. Let's say go listen to Loopy Lupien and Barnhart, and they're going to tell you what crime is all about because they post about it, or they go into places like neighborhood meetings that are super safe. And by the way, there's usually two cops standing in
Right,
the back of the
right,
room or out in the
or
parking
they
lot.
get tours. They go with a cop or they go with
Right.
other
Do a ride
politicians,
along.
and they get tours of an area, but they don't go down, you know, an alleyway.
Right.
They don't go walking through a cut between, Bartlett and, Flint Street, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
So it's not where you go, but it's exactly specifically where you go. So if you're walking down, Genesee Street, yeah, during the day, there's parts of it that look fine.
Yeah.
But you go up a side street and you cut through some houses, you're gonna see some stuff. And that's where the politicians and the people in the suburbs don't go. They don't go to the grimy spots. They don't go to
Right.
the gut.
Right. 100%. It's kind of like back in the day, right, David? It's like the city permit people, even our license and warrants at certain times, they go to the fluffy areas. They want to
Right.
go check a pinball machine off of Park Avenue, but they won't go check the dartboard at Three Brothers over on Hudson Avenue. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right, right.
They won't go to Thurston Road
No, they'll go to the
at
rec center though.
yeah, they'll go to the rec center. They don't wanna come into the gut where we were. Sorry, we're doing a little braggadocious right now, but my nuts are a little wrapped up right now, but at the end of the day, what it comes down to is you have people like politicians, and Occupy said it the best. We did. We did. You yourself too, brother. You were a cop, so you saved more lives. David and I say we save more lives than politicians just by being in areas. At the end of the day, what it comes down to, you're right. You're right. You're right. They are delusional. But David, at the end of the day, what it comes down to is there's nothing wrong with getting help. I've never seen somebody unhinged like the Democrats saying, we don't want your help. Crime is down. How do you say that? Like, wouldn't you,
Well,
if you're,
you say that because it's their policies that caused this.
I know.
They started the fire. When you
I,
start the fire, you don't want the policeman to put it out. You started the fire.
It's unbelievable.
It
It's
was
like a guy
intentional.
it's like a guy that's starting to paint his house, and he has a mansion, and he's starting there and he's just painting it. He's got one brush. And then you have 52 neighbors with the same paint going, "Hey buddy, you want us to help you out with this?" And him go, F no, I don't want to help you out. No, I don't want any help. Everything's fine here. I could do it by myself." And then all of a sudden, what would happen? You got 52 people coming in, they get the job done quick. And I'll tell you right now, David, the inner city people on TikTok, Instagram, social media, black people that are putting out posts going, yeah, by the way, we live here. We live here, and thank God that the president's doing this because now we can enjoy our neighborhoods. We can walk to the store. And there was even people. That's right, fireman. You definitely do. So at the end of the day, we have a president that cares about the inner city. The Democrats claim they do. When the president that they claim to be so racist against minorities is trying to help the minorities, they're saying, no, don't go help them. It's unbelievable.
It's the same saying. It's the wolf in sheep's clothing.
Yeah.
It's you got a guy like Trump and the Republicans that are actually doing things to help people in the inner city, to help
Right.
minorities, okay? And you have Democrats that they have these posters and these sayings and all this BS that they're
Yeah.
doing things for people in the inner city and for the poor and for minorities, and it's all BS. It's all BS.
Mhm.
Alls it is manipulation, and alls it is a way to control them and to keep them, on the tit, if you will.
Yeah.
That's it, and it's disgusting. And then they play the Republicans who are trying to help these people out as the bad guy. And you,
Yeah.
and I just encourage people, they gotta look through this BS. They gotta look through this BS.
Yeah. Well, I ate lunch today with my brother. He's still on the job, Stu Schumann, who's a legend detective. He's a phenomenal guy. He's a phenomenal cop, phenomenal detective. We were talking today at lunch, and he was like, "Yeah, when Reagan warned everybody, be careful of this sentence. We're from the government, and we're here to help you."
Yeah.
You know, I mean, at the end of the day, that's the Democrats. That's not Donald Trump. Donald Trump is legitimately there to help them. You're saying that the Democrats, when they say it, they're trying to keep them on the tit, and you're 100% right. Danny, throw up that crime stat that we have, that sweet chart that you had with all the numbers on it. Here we go. DC crime since the feds took control. Look at everything is down. 46% robberies, carjackings, violent crime is down 22%. And David, that violent crime number is what you were talking about, just being present, right? Just being present, showing, just rolling up to a corner, just sitting in your car.
Yeah, it's just rolling up and sitting in your car, but it's all what's causing this is the threat. It's
Mhm.
like, taking it to your kids. It's the threat of getting your ass whipped for misbehaving is the reason why you sometimes don't make bad choices. The same thing is going on in DC. They know that the alphabet boys are out on the street. They
Mhm.
know they're looking to hunt some
Right.
people and lock some people up. So what are they doing? They're putting the guns away. All right, they're
Yeah.
not carrying right on them. All right, and that takes the impulsive shootings right out of play because now they have to go get the gun
Right.
before they can actually do a shooting. They're not driving around in cars with a trunk full of guns.
Mhm.
They're just causing their mere presence is causing that crime to drop. It's not even the
Mhm.
arrest, it's just the threat of them being there.
Mhm. Yeah, I know. Mike just said pointed out 83% decrease in carjackings. Mike, by the way, I'm going to throw another stat. And I only remember this because I'm not that smart, but we talked about it so much on all the shows we did for last week. David, remember the stat we talked about? 56% of DC carjackings were done by juveniles,
Right.
which obviously a carjacking is forcible stealing. It's when they rip you out of the car, probably at gunpoint, and they take your vehicle. That's a carjacking.
And
But David,
who's easier to make an impression on though than the young kids knowing, "Oh, well, we don't want to get chased and all these guys, we don't want to deal with this." So all of a
yeah,
sudden they're laying low.
yeah,
You know what I'm
100%.
saying?
And by the way, David, when we talk about the feds going in, but they're partnering up with the DC Metro. So they're
100%.
partnering up with the cops, right, brother? They're
Yeah.
partnering. We've done this a million times. We did this when we were on the streets. We partner with
Yeah.
anybody. We're like, let's go. You want to
Troopers.
run? You want to run with us?
Right.
Come on, we'll take you.
Yep.
Hey, David, will you share with our audience? You shared it a couple times on the show. Will you share with them the stats thing? You talked juking the stats. I want you to do two things because you did it so well at our previous shows this week. Explain to our audience what juking the stats is, and then explain what Washington D.C. was doing to their patrol guys when they're on the streets.
Yeah, so juking the stats is basically anytime you can manipulate crimes that have taken place to downgrade the seriousness of what they are. So an example would be that I've dealt with is you go to a shooting where a guy has been shot at 10 times on a front porch. He's not hit, okay? That could be an attempted murder, right? Or an attempted assault first,
Mm-hmm.
which I've charged
Mm-hmm.
10 rounds at a specific individual. It hit the house, it becomes a reckless endangerment. And on a,
Mm-hmm.
so it's downgraded the seriousness of it. Or if you have a bunch of robberies, let's say you have a bunch of robberies, it's kind of the same pattern, the same thing. All of a sudden, you're writing the crime report. They're distinctly different robberies. They should be separate crime reports, but they're all kind of put on one and one suspect, one main victim with some. The rest become witnesses, so you get rid of the other robberies to keep the
Right.
numbers
So instead of five robberies, they just whittle it down to one just to
one
keep.
good one. Ah,
Right.
those ones aren't we don't have enough on those. Let's just
Right.
focus on this one. That's just
Or they make it a basic larceny you were explaining before, right?
right, right. So what's happened in DC is especially there's a certain commander that
Mm.
is suspended, and I'm sure it's due to crime stat. He's
Mhm.
basically doing just that. He was going to crime scenes, and
Mhm.
I guess according to the union, this is happening common practice there. But
Mhm.
captains, lieutenants, commanders will go to a crime scene and basically encourage officers at the scene to report the lowest possible crime that could be reported. So anything that transpired that, let's say we're looking at what I said, an
Right.
assault becomes, maybe an assault third instead of an assault second. You know what I mean? It's just we're going to take the lowest possible charge to keep those numbers down. And when you look at it as one, it doesn't make a big difference. But when you look at it as 100 in a month and 195 of them are downgraded, you just reduce your assaults greatly. So
Yeah.
that's what's taking place. It's just juking the stats, and I don't necessarily blame them because of the pressure's on them to make crime goes down when they go to these meetings. So they're doing everything they can creatively to do it. Same as
Right.
a sales guy would, or a CFO is doing it with the books.
And then basically what you're saying too, though, is Muriel Bowser's, that's what she's standing on, right? Because she claims that those are the facts, but those facts are not facts.
No, it's a deck
They're
of cards.
lies. They're
Right.
lies. They're literally, it's a sham. So that's what they
Total
were
sham.
doing. And I'll tell you this right now, Trump knew that. Trump knew that even before he knew that they were juking the stats. That's why he did this. And I'll tell you this though, man. You always say it, David. He plays 4D chess. Like he literally sets the Democrats up every single time, right? He's like Lucy and Charlie Brown with
I
the
was
football.
just gonna say that
I mean, he
he is Lucy with the football.
right? I mean, he sets them up and they go to kick it every single time and they fall on their ass.
Yeah.
And in this instance, what I mean by that, with that analogy, is he literally puts out that he's sending, doesn't say anything, says, we got to take care of crime, got to take care of crime, got to take care of crime.
And then what do the Dems do?
They
Stats,
go
stats,
crazy. Yeah, they
stats
hit
are
him with the
down. It's
stat.
down. It's down.
Yep.
Right.
Right. And then he comes out with the facts like, yep, guess what? We caught him lying.
But this is
You
how
know?
dumb the Democrats are. If I can find that a commander was suspended in
Right.
a certain district for juking the stats, if they did their homework or their staff
Yeah.
did their homework, they
Right.
could certainly see, hey, don't step on this landmine because that's a
Yeah.
deck of cards.
Right.
But they're so stupid and so quick to
Right.
spout off and kick the football, and then he just pulls it right out from under him.
He is the master, isn't he? Unbelievable. I just think it's great, man. I
I think he
look
just
at
likes it. I think he gets kicks out of it. I think he totally entertains them.
but
I
he
don't
just
think
took it's like this is like the 20, here's a good point too, David. We talked about this a lot. We talk about 80/20 issues. And for those that don't know, an 80/20 issue is 80% of the country supports it. 20% doesn't support it. And at the end of the day, what it comes down to, an 80/20 issue would be like immigration. Democrats are like, no, 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 these people are immigrants. They need our help, blah, 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 blah. They're on the 20% of it, but all of America was on the 80%. So that's an 80/20 issue. This is literally, crime is an 80/20 issue for Americans. And that you could throw a blanket all over the country. It's an 80/20 issue for people want to feel safe. And David, you have the best quote ever. Forget stats, forget crime. Look out your window, you used to say, or you still say. If you don't feel safe, you're not safe. Don't listen to the stats, and you've been saying that since we've been doing this pod, right?
if you lock in your car at a red light, if you're rolling up your windows,
Mm-hmm.
or if you're looking out the window and decided not to go for a walk at night, that's how if your actions are being dictated by a potential threat, that's all you need to know. No stat in
Yeah.
the world is going to change that.
Isn't it amazing though? And I thought about this after all this stuff was going down. Remember, like when we were kids, like you never locked your car doors. Like it was rare that you locked your car door, right? Or it was rare that
Never.
you even locked the back of your house sometimes. You know what I mean? I mean, it was kind of, I don't know. It's just where we've come as a society. It's just unbelievable. Anyways, Danny, what's up next? What are you going to surprise us with? Surprise us.
When he says,
Oh,
oh, it's
Oh,
Liberation
Jesus.
Day and all of these things, those are, ways of him saying, oh, it's white power. It's what I want to do. Those are racist remarks. His number one targets are cities that are led by Black mayors.
that's right.
His number one targets are cities
That's right.
that are sanctuary cities that,
This guy.
support immigration.
That's right. That's
When he
right.
says, oh, it's Liberation Day.
That guy. What a goof. I like to
Hold
slap that guy. That's right.
on.
That's right.
Davey, that guy, you would probably go boo, and he would
Right.
probably pass out.
Right.
That
Exactly.
by the way, That's the dating pool that the left women have to deal with.
That's
That dude.
unbelievable. That guy just eating it up. Yep, that's
Hey,
it. That's
oh,
it. You're right.
100%, 100%, black lady. We believe
Yeah,
everything you say because you're
I'm black
saying it.
too.
And
I'm
oh,
black.
I am. Look at me. Look at my
I'm
skin. I look like Casper the Friendly Ghost, but I swear to God, I 100% believe what you're saying because I support everything that black person says. Look, at the end of the day, idiot box, here's the deal. At the end, he is a simp. At the end of the day, here's what it comes down to. She's going on and she's saying that what Trump is doing is racist. How she can equate that this is racism. You have a president, obviously he's a white president, saying, I want to go in and help the black and brown communities because this is not a black or white, it's not a white issue. It's me going into the urban areas, which are predominantly minority. I'm trying to help protect those people. How does that become racist? How? And I say that it's a rhetorical question because I know it's just BS. But at the end of the day, David, she's coming out and saying this is racist.
Yeah, because
Come
it's
on.
like ketchup. It goes on anything. You could say everything's racist.
Everything is racist. Isn't it unbelievable? Oh, my Lord. Danny, I don't know what to say. Danny, what are we going next? Oh, here we go. This is
like
great.
Brett's G-Wagon, though. I could dig
That's
that.
a nice G-Wagon, isn't it?
It is.
I got to cash my pop bottles in a lot to get to that one, David.
I can't believe you take bottles back. That's right up there with not drinking coffee.
Look at, folks, what you're watching right now, Brett Baer, one of the Fox, he's got his own show on Fox. Brett Baer got pulled over in D.C., and he obviously cooperated. I don't know if that was a warning that they ended up giving him with, but you can see
he got
Brett.
a ticket.
He did. That's what I'm saying. He got a ticket.
A cell phone ticket.
Right. So you have that. So they gave him a ticket. It was all on camera. He took it. He gave them all the information they need. So I retweeted this and said, "Oh my God." So he gave him all the information, followed all the cops' commands, followed all the orders.
He didn't get dragged out of the car, Johnny. It's shocking.
He didn't get it, David. He didn't get his windows broken. I can't believe that.
Unbelievable.
Wait, when you cooperate to police, David, nothing happens to you.
He was
you
out
just,
of there in 10 minutes, 8 minutes. He was
you
all
just
set.
get a citation and then bye bye. I don't get it. Listen, folks, we're being sarcastic, obviously, because all the hoopla. We've done a bunch of podcasts on traffic pullovers. Like we've said, comply, comply, comply. There's no roadside courthouse. Shut your mouth, even if the cop's wrong, because I'll tell you what, there have been incidents, and I've seen it myself, where cops were wrong in issuing citations. But there is an avenue for you to go. There's courts for you to go in front of to actually go and plead your case. And what was going on is Occupy. This guy kills me. I love him. But anyways, at the end of the day, what it comes down to is we did a bunch of podcasts on traffic pullovers. And you always say, David, comply because you're going to have your chance in court.
The side of the road is in a courtroom.
Right. Period. End of story.
Unbelievable. Let's be honest, folks. Is it that big of a deal? Like, It's a ticket.
Right.
I mean, people make such a big deal about it. I know if he gets something, it's gonna be a couple $100. I know some people it's tight. I get all that. But if it's a cell phone ticket, a traffic ticket, or a signal ticket, come on, is it really worth all of this? If it's your first ticket in 5 years, 10 years, like, come on.
Right. And by the way, you know what they're doing in Rochester now, David? You don't
I'm sure they're letting everyone get off. Like, that's what we do.
Well, yeah, well, that, yes, but you know, in Rochester, it's no longer the TVB like old school where you got a fine and then it goes on your record later. Like,
of course not.
It's now? Now it's like, hey, okay, it's a money grab for the city.
Just pay it.
Remember, Greece started this, which I don't think it's a bad thing, but
what is it?
Like, you write tickets and the tickets.
By the way, folks, I never wrote, like, if I wrote a ticket, it was because someone was being a total jerk, or I had to write a ticket to get in the car to get the drugs and guns. Other than that, I didn't do traffic. So
yeah, David,
what are they doing? What were they doing though?
So basically, the traffic ticket, where the traffic tickets when we did them had multiple layers, right? There was, it went to the municipality, and then it went up to New York State, and New York State got a copy, blah blah, and then everybody got a taste of the fine.
Okay.
But what Greece found out, and I could be wrong, and I think our main man Bernie out of Greece is watching. I think he's on the pod. I thought I saw him here, but I think Greece started at Greece, New York, where they would they basically kept the citations inside the town of Greece, which means they wrote you a citation and you only answered in the town of Greece. So all the money
It
went.
wasn't a state ticket. It was like a town of Greece ticket.
Yeah, so it was a moving violation, but it got kept within the town of Greece.
So they
yeah.
didn't even send anything into the state. It didn't even happen. Okay.
I think they've been doing that for years. The city adopted that. The city adopted it where, yeah,
So you don't
like,
get any. You don't really get points in your license like that.
Correct.
Unless you, as long as you pay the fine, you're good.
right. And then what they do is they encourage people. They kind of strong arm people. So they kind of try to reduce it, and they take the, like, if you had like a unclassified misdemeanor or whatever, they try to reclassify it to the lowest denominator, and then you just pay a fine and you end it. It's really a money grab, is what it comes out to. It's a shakedown, David. It's a shakedown. But that's what the city started to do. They modeled themselves after Greece. I'm not a traffic guy, so I'm probably effing it up, but that's basically exactly. It's great revenue for the city, Gary. You knocked that on the head. But anyways, at the end of the day, what it comes down to is they keep it in-house. There's Bernie. Oh, Greece did stop that, Bernie. Okay. Well, the RPD picked it up where they left that. Okay. That's
Why I wonder why they stopped it. Sounded like a good
I don't know.
plan.
I don't know. But yeah, they kept everything in-house, and then they grab all the money. It was a great idea. Man, I'm taking a breath like I just ran a marathon. Danny, what's up next? What do we got? Yeah, pop it up still for a minute. Pop it still for a minute. Don't hit the video yet. Okay, folks, this is a good one. We kind of say the best for last. If you haven't seen this incident happened in Rhode Island. David and I have kind of mixed feelings on it, but we're going to hash it out.
I mean, I get it, but
so this is a Rhode Island attorney general. She's not the attorney general. She's like an assistant AG. She's an attorney for the attorney general's office. She's a lawyer for the attorney general's office. She looks like she's coming out of a bar district or a bar area. Had a little bit too much to drink with her girlfriend and the girlfriend's husband. They come out of the bar. They encounter the cops because the cops got called because they wouldn't leave the area. It was like a trespassing. Danny, roll the video. You got to watch this, folks, if you haven't seen it.
I want you to turn your body cam off. The protocol is that you turn it off. If a citizen requests it to turn it off, she's a lawyer.
So they want you guys to leave?
Yes, we're done.
Let's just leave.
I'd be laughing.
Make it easy.
No, that's not.
I am. Okay, I'm her
That's
husband.
not the point. Can you look at me?
Yeah, we'll talk over here, okay?
Your protocol is.
Can we all talk? Can we all talk?
We'll talk over here. They want you to leave.
Your protocol is.
Can we talk?
Who's she to you?
That
No, nothing. Nothing.
she is our college friend.
Okay. She's a friend.
Yes.
No, I'm not.
You guys just want him out? Do you want him trespassed?
Anything we can do.
Yeah.
Trespass? Yeah. I just need
Trespassed?
yeah, cover, please. It's the only
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
Do we want that?
I know that your
All right.
protocol is.
So you're trespassed, so we gotta leave now. Unless you want to be in
We're
handcuffs.
not trespassing. You haven't notified us that we're trespassing.
So
Number one.
what did I
Number
just say
two.
to you? You're
You're
trespassed.
number
Let's go.
one. Number one.
I don't
Number
want to
two.
arrest you guys.
You're not going to arrest us. Number two
So let's
is
leave.
that
We gotta go. We
your
gotta go.
protocol
Let's
is.
go. Let's
the
go.
Calm down for
citizen
1
protocol
second.
is if we
Yeah.
ask you to
I
turn
don't
the
want-
body
I don't
cam
wanna
off.
do it.
Changed my mind.
Okay. No.
I understand you don't want to deal with it, but the
let's go.
protocol
Too
is
late.
when your
Can you-
protocol
can
is
you
if I
relax?
ask you to turn off the body cam, you have to turn it off. And that's your protocol.
Not
She's
true.
a lawyer, so she knows.
Lawyer stuff, so that's not true. So we gotta go.
No, it is. That's law.
I'm an
What's she
AG.
saying?
I'm an AG.
Good for you. I don't give a shit. Let's go.
Yeah, and my
We're
boy.
going. Let's go.
Excuse.
We're leaving.
Please
We're leaving.
don't put your hands on us.
Can you get your children out of here? Like, I don't know why.
I'm sorry. What?
Let's go.
That's not
Let's go. No.
Let's go. Come on, they're two full-grown women and mothers of children.
There we go. Daddy's home.
Oh, she was gonna go now. I'm going. I'm going.
I'm an AG. I'm an AG. I'm an AG.
AG. She's an AG, David. She's pretty good.
He doesn't
What
give
do
a
you
shit.
probable cause to detain me for?
You're being detained because you're not leaving.
Because I'm what? You have
Can you relax?
Sir, she's not doing anything wrong.
AG.
Leaving.
I'm an AG.
Let's go.
Huh. Sounds like Sandra Dorley.
She's
I'm
not
an
doing
AG.
wrong.
Let's go.
I'm not being arrested. You're putting me in cuffs. I'm not
What?
being
Do you have
arrested.
any weapons on you?
I mean,
What?
this is bad. It's not as bad as Sandra.
Badge is in
You're
the car. You want to go get a
arrested.
badge?
Let me tell you something. You're
Buddy,
arrested.
get the hell out of here.
What? What?
Seriously.
I'm acting like an asshole. Got told to leave 10 times. You
I
arrested me?
love how she doesn't know anything about the law. Everything she said was
You're
wrong.
not Mirandizing me.
See?
Not Mirandizing.
Everything she said was wrong. She's the worst AG in America.
Buddy, you're gonna regret this.
Oh,
You're gonna regret it.
probably not.
How many?
Probably not, sugar. Slammed the door right in her face.
She was the AG.
We will get the license.
This is what I want you folks to watch. Watch the front. This is what I want you to watch, folks. Watch what happens. This is a mistake our guys did. Tell you, watch what they did. Watch what they did. Here's what they did. Watch what they did. Here's a mistake that they made.
Your cups.
Yep.
Here we go.
It's okay.
All right, just go from the car.
No, I'm right here.
That guy's gotta be new.
I'm right here.
Look at that. Oh, boy.
Come on, babe.
No.
I'll explain why that's a problem.
Now it's on.
Babe, I'm right here.
No,
Right
babe,
here.
babe, please, I'm scared.
I'm right here.
I'm right here, honey, 14 feet away. I don't want to get face planted by that man.
Yeah, I'm not stupid enough to talk to the
No,
cops.
please don't do this to
Yeah.
my friend.
I'm right here.
No, no.
Babe, babe.
Babe,
I'm right here.
babe,
I'm right here.
no.
Abe's going back to the bar for another beer.
Relax.
We'll get to you in the morning.
What's wrong with you?
Relax.
Look
You
at
don't want
this
to put me in
video.
handcuffs. Let's go. Let's go.
No, babe.
Babe,
You're overreacting.
You're adding charges.
overreacting.
No. Please take my hands up. Please take them out.
that's awesome. I love he doesn't have a key fob. That's my favorite part.
Overreacting. You didn't have to have this happen.
I don't think I ever locked a police car.
No,
Watch this.
no.
Watch
Babe,
it.
no.
You got two to take.
I'm right here.
Get in the
No.
car. Just put her in.
Little neck push, which is
I would have
totally
been like,
okay.
we just broke up. We're done.
Look at her. Look at her.
Get your feet in the car.
Look what she. Watch this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at her. She's putting her foot in the door.
Get your feet in the car.
Look at her.
Spray her.
I'm right here.
I mean, what would you have done? You got to go on the other side of the car, right?
Get
What
your
would
feet
I
in
have
the
done?
car.
You got to go on the other side. You
I
got
would
to
have went on the
yoke
other side of
her.
the car and I would have yoked her across the seat.
Yeah, you would have yoked her
Of
from
course I
the
would
back.
have.
Adult, you're acting like a kid.
Right.
These guys are young. They're new.
Yeah.
The fact that he let her slip out of the cops was.
That's problem number one.
You're overreacting.
Yeah, just.
That, by the way, that was such a Danny, thank you. Stop it right there. All right, folks, let's break this video down. Let's break it down. It's comical because it looks like a bar district or a restaurant district. We're laughing because we've been involved in these before. Two things. First and foremost, all it was they just wanted him to leave. Those cops are probably on overtime. They didn't want to make an arrest. Trust me, we don't want to do paperwork on BS arrests like this. We do not want to do that, number one. Anyways, so they were asked, you saw the host or the concierge in front of the restaurant. They're like, yeah, get them out of here. That's why we called you guys. Please get them to leave. So after they got him to leave, they ended up pulling him away. They asked him several times, please, you're trespassing. Please, you're trespassing. The first thing out of Lady's mouth is, we're not leaving. You never told us what we did wrong. He said 42 times that you were trespassing. Anyways, what I did laugh, though. You know what I laughed at, David? How proud her friend was. She's like, she's an attorney. She's a lawyer. And then the best part is,
like she way out punted the coverage to become a lawyer. Like that was like out of all the friend crew, she like launched into the stars because everyone else is no offense to hairdressers, but everyone else is a hairdresser. But she became a lawyer.
Right. She's at the top of the front pedestal. But anyways, so here's the funniest part. So she says she's a lawyer. Like David and I were narrating throughout the video, she was wrong on so many points. The first point she was wrong at.
Every point.
Every point was wrong. The first thing she was wrong at, Rhode Island law does not say that if a citizen requests to turn off your body cam, you have to. That was problem number one. That's why you knew she was an idiot. The other thing that she said was, you're not going to arrest me. She literally said that. And they did. Where she was wrong the third time was when they already cuffed her and they're putting her in her car. And she says, you haven't read me my Miranda warnings. That's a fancy way of your rights. That is, you got the right to remain silent. Don't have to say anything if you don't want to. Anything you say can be used against you in a court of law. blah, 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 blah. You see it right. Those are your rights. Those are Miranda warnings. You don't need, okay, here's a little education, folks. Miranda or your rights are only read to you if you have to have two things. You can't have one, you can't have the other. It's two things. You need custody and you need interrogation. So yes, she was in custody, but he wasn't interviewing or interrogating her.
They didn't want to talk. They didn't want to talk
They
to
didn't
her at
want to
all.
talk to this. They didn't want to talk to her.
Right.
So they're just trying to get her in a car. So no, you don't need to have your Miranda warnings read to you.
And the fact that as the attorney general, she doesn't know that is pretty terrifying.
Right. It's terrifying that she had to be a pencil pusher at the office. Anyways.
No, she's an AG.
She's an AG. So the mistake that really drove me bananas out of that video was the friend that slipped out of the cuffs. And I'm going to tell you exactly why that happened, David. She slipped out of the cuffs because the cops, even though they put her against the car and they kind of armbarred her and they gave her the wrist drag, they took it easy. It may not look to you people that they took it easy on her, but they did. That's why she slipped out.
That's right. He didn't pinch him down on her wrist. She didn't pinch it so it was tight on her wrist bone. So it hurt.
Ding, ding, ding. David, you want pick out the tall prize on the top rack, David. You win the big teddy bear. 100% right, my man is.
They should hurt.
Right. When you have somebody that is drunk, that small, that wiry, don't ever err on the side of caution.
You can always adjust them.
You can always adjust them. Very good point. So that was a huge mistake. And actually, Occupy had a good point. The cuff then at that point becomes a weapon. If you have someone that wants to fight you, the toughest fights for a guy are small statured women. It's not that we're afraid to fight them. It's we're afraid when we put our hands on that we're going to hurt them. That's a fact.
Or it's going to look bad.
And it's going to look bad, especially with body worn cameras. But like we always said, David, you want to act like a dude, we'll treat you like a dude. And what it came down to is they made a mistake. They were being very authoritative, but they really should have pinched them cuffs down so she couldn't get out, And then I don't know what the hell they were doing. Folks, when you get in the back of the car like that and you have someone in the back of the car, you go on the other side, like David was saying. You grab him by the shoulders, you yank him in. The guy closes the door. The guy that yanked her in to pull her in so she can't put her foot and wedge the door, you push her forward and you shut that door. It's pretty easy science, David.
Right. And I was joking. I said spray. Let me just tell you, folks, I've never used my pepper spray in 23 years or my capstone, whatever you're going to call it, because it's messy. You have to clean them up. You got to deal with them screaming. And when they get in the car, your whole car is contaminated for forever. And you're choking on it for the next 4 days of your work week.
Yeah, I know.
Last thing I'd ever do is that. I'd punch her before I'd spray her.
By the way, Occupy just wrote on the bottom of the screen. It was a line that I used all the time when people would complain that the cuffs were too tight. I'm like, don't worry, they're new, they'll stretch, But anyways, that's a great line. But at the end of the day, folks, we wanted to show you that video because, how many times do those cops got to say leave the area? When you are, and by the way, the husband or whoever the guy was to the blonde girl that slipped out of the cuffs, he seemed like he was somewhat rational.
He's the best. That guy totally went back to the bar. 100%.
Listen, I'm not, honey, what did you do? By the time you got processed, I had to go inside. I had a couple of drinks. What do you want from me? Yeah, that was total debauchery, David. Did she get fired, by the way? I haven't looked at it.
No, not yet.
Not yet.
She'll end up resigning.
She's got to go in front of a board or
someone else,
right?
We know. She'll end up resigning.
Yeah. She should have got jackpiled. That, the thing is the arrogance of these women, the arrogance of them thinking that they could just go out there and run amok. That's total BS.
Well, they had two things going for them. All right. She had a position of power, which probably was a long shot amongst her friend group.
Yeah.
And they were reasonably attractive females. So that, right. And you add alcohol. Right. So that combination of entitlement with the attractiveness, with her job position, and then you add alcohol is a horrible
combo.
Right.
Yeah, I agree. Listen, I worked down in that bar district for a long time off duty.
I don't know how you,
and we dealt with small intoxicated women a lot. And we just try to do our best to talk our way out of it. You know what I mean? Because the last thing we want to do is put our hands on anybody, especially this, man, right? These guys, 100%, guarantee you they're on overtime.
Yeah, they didn't want to know how much paperwork they had to do. and they had to make it perfect because now he knows that she is the attorney general. So I mean, he's still writing that report.
Wait, David, ready for this? You worked in both places. You were a great street cop and you were a great homicide detective. There's more paperwork. There's more paperwork involved in a street arrest like that
100%.
than a street guy helping out with a homicide investigation, right? The real work was done by you and the boys up in the murder unit, right? You had the heavy lift. Literally less paperwork is done for a street cop during a murder investigation as opposed to an arrest like this in a bar district.
Arrived, found body. Turned over to Emmy and homicide.
Turn it over to Detective Simpson. David, do the rest of the work for another 170 days. Find the guy. There's no leads. Find the guy.
Right.
Oh, man. What do we got? What else we got, Danny?
Danny, I don't get paid for 4 segments. I get paid for 3. Come on.
Oh, Danny wants another video. Let's do it, man. Let's run. By the way, shout out to our girl. Did you see her? Oh, wait. Danny, pause it. Shout out to Mother Trumper because I saw her jumping on the bottom of the screen. We love her. She's awesome. She's got a huge presence on Twitter. If you don't follow her, you have to follow her. She does a great job voicing not only in Rochester, but all over the country. She does a great job. Mother Trumper, shout out to you. Thanks for tuning in. Go ahead, Danny. Run that video. That's so funny.
These boys know how to do it.
Yeah. Oh. This is the other angle. This is just another angle, folks.
That means I'm an AG in English.
Espérate. Wait.
They ain't waiting, honey.
They're not waiting, sugar.
Oh boy!
All right, Danny, you could cut it because this video. All right, so folks, that video, David, I know you were going to pay you overtime for this one, but this video was this girl Tatiana, who literally is an illegal alien, and the illegal alien was doxing ICE agents. So she was here in our country illegally for what we don't know.
Driving a Tesla.
She was driving a Tesla. She was doxing, and she had a pretty big following, from what I understand, on the twits and all over social media. She was doxing our federal agents, talking a whole bunch of trash. Well, guess what happened? Like Timmy Gurley used to say, you want my attention? Now you got it. And this is what happened. She was doxing them, telling her followers to dox them. So she was causing ICE agents a lot of headaches. And guess what they did? They found her. And now all of a sudden she wanted to cry. She wanted to cry like a baby. And guess what? This is the epitome of, like Josh from Blue Line Voice had typed it underneath for the other segment. FAFO. And we all know what that stands for. This is the poster child for that, David.
Yeah, I still can't believe that she was allowed to be in this country illegally, and she's driving a Tesla, all from doxing. And the income was made from doxing basically federal agents and the government. And this didn't happen long before this. Yeah.
What's amazing though is that I love people. Like if you look at the thread, some of the threads like this is BS. Matter of fact, I commented on this video. I commented on it, and I'm not going to say who it was, but one of our retired cohorts kind of went after me hard in the paint, and he was mad that I had said what I said about this incident. You know, the FAFO, and I mentioned some other things. And
how would he know? I don't think he ever locked anyone up.
Oh boy. Wait, hang on a minute. If he's listening, you know I'm going to get the heat for that because everyone's intimidated by you, David. They come to me because I act like Sweden sometimes, and I think, now I'm going to get bullied. You don't care.
I'm just speaking the truth.
You don't care. Oh boy, this is a good night, David.
Nobody loves a criminal like a Democrat.
Yeah, no shit, right? Oh my God. Poncherello. David's Poncherello.
How come I gotta be Poncherello?
Maybe I'll be Poncherello.
Who's the other guy in that show, by the way?
The blonde dude. The blonde.
Yeah, but that's not his name, blonde dude. What's his real name?
I don't know. Trumper will know. Larry Wilcox. There you go.
His name was Larry?
Larry
and Ponch? That's not right.
Poncherello.
I don't want the actor's name, Danny. I want the damn.
Just so you guys know, Danny's talking in our earphones right now, so he's giving us all.
Danny gives me the actor's name. Ponch isn't the freaking
right.
the real name. John.
It's John.
Yeah, it was John. Yeah, he did look like a John.
Thanks, Gina. Shout out to you, honey. Shout out to all you guys. Shout out to Occupy. Shout out to Mother Trumpa.
Shout out to everyone for tuning in. We really appreciate you.
Yeah, we love you.
And you know, it goes. It makes us feel like we're doing something when we.
Eric Estrada was a hottie, Gina said.
And whatever you do, please go to the site that Johnny's going to give you and nominate us for this podcast thing, because it would be an absolute riot if we could turn the city newspaper on its ear and be the conservative podcast of the year.
So, folks, listen, I know for those that just tuned in or have been listening to us halfway, we got nominated first for Best Podcast in Rochester, but we need multiple nominations. So if you guys could go to that website down there at the bottom of the screen, we'd appreciate it. It's bestof.rockcitymag.com. And then literally you got to kind of scroll over, or you got to hit the plus button to get over to Best Podcast, because P is down in the alphabet. And it's alphabetized, but it's the Crime Dog Podcast. Put us in for that. They take the top 4 vote getters, and then you get to vote on those top 4. So make sure we get multiple nominations.
So again, just to make sure, you have to nominate us, and as many nominations as we can get will just get us into the running, so then we can be voted. So what we need is everyone to get on there and nominate us. That would be helpful. So please take the time to do it. We'd be indebted to you.
David, that would be funny.
Oh my God. I don't even care. I just want to see the look on their face. And if we lose, they fixed it. So we have to win.
You know what that sounds like?
Trump.
You see that girl walk by me? She's gonna look at me. She's got to be a lesbian. That's what it's like. That's what it's like. That's what it's like. Right. If they don't let us win, the fix was in. The liberals hate us. They
didn't pick me. They must not want to win.
Gary's saying he's not seeing that link, Danny. Is that correct?
Oh, Danny.
The ABC123 hashtag, whatever it is. Put it up on the screen again, Danny. Best of, then you got to do a period, best of rockcitymag.com. Best of rockcitymag.com. Or you can just go to Rock City Mag, their website, or do Rock City Mag, Rochester 20
voting. Best of Rochester.
Yeah, Rochester 2025, and it'll come up. Whatever.
Do a little investigation for the crime dogs.
Do a little investigation, folks. Listen, man, it's been a blast as always. Listen, I got to tell you this. So we got a live show every Saturday. I talked to iHeart today. For our listeners, I talked
breaking
to them.
news.
No, I'm not talking about that other secret stuff we talked about. But I talked to iHeart. Yeah, we're not breaking that yet.
All right.
But
that was a tease.
David, wait, I liked your finger drum rolls too. But listen, they were talking to me. I lost my train of thought. Yes, Occupy Best Drag Performer. But anyway, so I forgot what I was talking about.
You're talking about iHeart.
I forgot.
Live show on Saturdays. We have a live show this Saturday, 12 to 1.
Oh, iHeart. Oh, this is what they were saying. They're like, we started our live show last October. This is what they were saying. It was very complimentary. They're like, when we were talking trash to you guys, saying don't name it the Crime Dog live show because it's not going to be live, we've been going live on Saturdays since last October. We only missed one show wasn't live, and that was at the request of iHeart because it was like Thanksgiving week and like, hey, we're short staffed. So that's why it's called the Crime Dog Live Show. We go live every Saturday, Wham 1180 iHeart Radio, 12 to 1. We got a lot of cool things, folks. David loves when we tease. We have a meeting tomorrow with somebody that wants to discuss
at some place.
By the way, this is like me teasing my snitch, right? I'm like, he might be a Latin king, but it's a black guy. So he's got to be a Crip or a Blood.
We're going to the Winfield tomorrow to discuss a possible live show.
Yes, that's it, David. You didn't. That's not even a tease.
It is. I didn't say who we're meeting with. I didn't say who we're meeting with.
Yes, we're meeting with a person.
Could be meeting with the janitor, working way up.
That makes all the decisions at the Winfield to possibly do a legit live show out of the Winfield Grill live, and then we will have you guys come and be a part of the show with
Army
us
will
live.
be there.
Crime Dog Army. So we're going to work out the particulars. That's probably going to happen in the fall. That's one of the things that's brewing right now for the Crime Dog podcast. We got the live show on Saturday, the live stream on Wednesdays. We're doing a lot of stuff. Anyway, he says he's filling out the form, John Baker, Frank Poncherello, for our nomination. That's hysterical, Gary. Anyways, David, you got anything else before we shine off?
Nope.
All right, folks, we got a lot of things brewing. Make sure you follow me at Johnny Fiorica on Instagram and Twitter. That's Fiorica, Fiorica, and at DSims14 on Instagram and Twitter. Give us a like on our stuff. Follow us. Heckle us. Break our balls if you want. We don't care. We love it all. All right, David. Thanks for listening to Crime Dog Stream on live show. We hope you stick with us for future shows. But like my brother-in-law, Frankie Grassi, says, if you can't make it, who cares?
Hoorah.